Okay, let's talk about the ribbon and the tabs in Excel. In the previous module, we basically talked about how to have to save the file, and that's through the File tab, which is right here. Click on it. It's going to bring you to opening a new tab, a new workbook, saving a workbook, various things that we covered in the previous unit. So to get back out of that, you just click the back arrow. As you can see here, this is the ribbon. All this area up through here is the ribbon, this gray area. Now what the ribbon is a strip that's located above the work area that contains tabs to accomplish tasks easier and faster. What's a tab? Well, a tab is the various options that live on the ribbon, and tabs are used in assisting navigation and commands in Excel. Okay, so your ribbon can be collapsed from time to time. This little up arrow here is the collapse the ribbon command. And basically you click it, and what's going to happen is it's going to collapse. To get it back, you click on the Home tab and click this little push pin, the pin, which will pin it back to the actual work area. Okay, so you can customize your view, your ribbon, and what you want to do that is you click on your File tab, and then you go down to Options, click Options, and then here you would click Customize Ribbon, and here has all the commands that are actually on there now, and the ones that you can add to it. You can see over here on the right hand side that everything that's checked has a check mark is already in there. And you can add other stuff. You can click the plus arrow and the drop down, and it'll tell you what other stuff to add. For example, here's Developer, where you can add in codes, controls, XML, and modify. But we're not going to get into that because that's high level Excel work. So this is just, remember, this is where you want to customize your ribbon. You're going to hit cancel, and I'm going to go back. So what tabs do you have? You have the Home tab, which is where you're going to always start out when you open a brand new worksheet. You have the Insert tab, Page Layout, Formulas, Data, Review, View, and then Acrobat. And that's to deal with PDFs and Adobe. So let's look at the Home tab. Your Home tab, basically you have your clipboard, your font, your alignment, number, styles, cells, and editing. And these are groups. These are called groups. Your clipboard group, your font group, your alignment group, your number group, your styles group, your cells group, your editing group. And then if you go through the PowerPoint, you'll get more detail of all of those and what they do. On your Insert tab, here's where you have the following. That you have your tables group, your illustration group, your app group, your charts, your reports group, spark lines, filters, links group, text group, and symbols group. This is all where you basically can insert something into Excel, just like the name says, insert. Page layout. This has themes group, your page setup group, scale to fit, sheet options, and arrange group. This page layout is where you're going to lay out your information on the page, or how it prints, or how the background shows up, and if you show grid lines, headings, how you bring items forward in Excel or send them to the back. This is all, like it says, page layout. Your Formula tab is probably one of the more important areas of Excel, because Excel does it's basically an accounting software, so formulas are the main reason to use Excel. You can use it to track data and manage data, but using formulas is where Excel really basically excels. Pun intended there, you know. But anyway, formulas, and here you've got your function library group. That's where you can insert a function. This is where your commonly used functions. You have defined name group, your formula auditing group, where you'll learn more about that later. Your watch window, your calculation group. Then the next tab is going to be the data tab. And your data tab is where you're going to work with data. This is where Excel can be used as a database. And in this tab in here, these groups are Get External Data group, your Connections group, your Sort and Filter group, your Data Tools group, your Outline group, and your Analysis group. Then your next group is going to be your Review tab. Your Review tab has where you would review your work. You have your proofing group, your language group, which you can change language if you had to or need to, your comments, where you can actually add comments into various cells, and your changes group. And then the next group is going to be your view tab. And this view tab is going to be you're going to have your work view groups, your show group, your zoom group, your window group, and then your macros group. I'm not going to go over Acrobat because that's high level, and we're not really going to cover that. And that's pretty much it as far as your tabs and your groups. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.